turquoise mud, man.
That's all. We're getting every side out.
Jail. I didn't touch her. I didn't do anything.
You're just being detained because, again, that's just the procedure.
I'm like scared now. There's like so many
I've already read
cops here,
Miranda.
dude.
Dorsey's inside talking to the other.
You pulled a gun out, bitch.
They got into a verbal argument.
I didn't touch her. I
She left and then she went back in to get her kids to leave. But she said she denies ever showing her.
I didn't show it to nobody.
She didn't make any threats, but as an ex-cop from Chicago, as she started to walk out and she wasn't happy with the customer service, it became this. And to me, that's brandishing.
Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
On July 29th, 2024, officers responded to a call about a woman who pulled a gun on a hotel owner after being unhappy with the service.
But as of right now, I just need you to put your hands behind your back. Just drop the cigarette. You're not in trouble. You're just being detained right now for my safety. You do have a signal. You have a firearm on you.
Okay.
Where's it at? Telling somebody they not in trouble while you putting handcuffs on them is crazy. You're blatantly lying.
I have kids in the car, so I don't want to leave it.
Turquoise mud, man.
That's all. We're getting every side out.
Jail. I didn't touch her. I didn't do anything.
You're just being detained because, again, that's just the procedure.
I'm like scared now. There's like so many
I've already read
cops
Miranda.
here, dude.
Dorsey's inside talking to the other.
You pulled a gun out, bitch.
They got into a verbal argument.
I didn't touch her.
She left and then she went back in to get her kids to leave. But she said she denies ever showing her.
I didn't show it to nobody. I fixed my shirt because I have a toddler and I noticed that my shirt's loose. So I noticed it was kind of showing and tucking in as I was buckling in my toddler. So I went like this to pull my shirt down.
We're gonna figure it out.
That's all I
So you're not
did.
under arrest or anything
I didn't
right now.
want it to be shown for that reason because I was afraid that they were going to think that I was trying to do that.
Right.
So I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to...
What did you see happen?
So I was sitting at the head table here where a lot of the owners and a lot of the people that are regulars are sitting. And she got pissed.
Moment of, I just want to go ahead and say this. I'm rolling up my Zar right now. Go ahead and roll you up one, thug. Yes, sir.
I guess either by the level of service or whatever. She decided to brandish.
Well, when you mean brandish, like what did she do?
Like,
pull it out, nigga.
Okay.
Where was it?
She pulled her shirt up and showed.
Right there.
Inside?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Did she say anything when that happened? Was she? Well,
she didn't make any threats.
Okay.
But as an ex-cop from Chicago, you know, like, you don't have to.
Was she paying a bill or was she already ate?
They were already upset about the
something
transactions or the service or whatever. But as she started to walk out and she wasn't happy with the customer service, it became this. To me, that's brandishing. And I would say, in my right state of mind, and I'm not going to lie, I've been drinking.
As she was walking out, she did that, like walking to the door?
I would say that it was an intimidation thing.
Okay.
And as she started to make her way out,
I can say it was an intimidation thing. Should we really be taking advice from this nigga?
she had a complaint.
Okay. Should we really be
The
listening to him?
complaint became belligerent.
Okay.
And became one of.
Okay. All right.
Just so unnecessary.
Even if he's telling the truth, even if dude right there was telling the truth and he's not super faded and fucked up, we can't take his word for it simply because he just admitted that he's been drinking. So who's to say that he's not out of his body and out of his goddamn mind and he just don't know what the fuck he's talking about? Who's to say that? There is no way to. Because that could be the case.
I tried to put my hands on her. She's going to say all this stuff that she got in my face.
We have multiple witnesses.
I just wanted to get my kids, dude, that they had inside.
Hey, I know. She's got anxiety, she's bipolar, depression.
I just wanted my kids.
Nigga, so you should never said that. If anything, that proves the case even more, especially if it's a nigga that me like that judges the fuck out of a book.
I'm like,
she did it.
You're
Just
separating me from my kids. Can you please check on Luca?
embarrassing.
This is so embarrassing. They told us to leave, and that's what we're doing.
They were sitting on that side. They got pissed off because everybody in the bar is a little loud. And then husband, boyfriend, whatever, he came out here and he said to my husband, if you don't control his mouth, I'm going to go and control it myself. My husband's like, don't worry about it. You know, I understand. We're going to close the doors. So I went and closed the doors. When I closed the door, he's like, oh, she should have done that before. I pretend I didn't even hear her and I walked out because we had prior problems with his father here before for being disrespectful and calling people out, whatever. So God apologized outside to him, said, listen, you know, I'll cover your bill as an apology, whatever. And then
that's his fucking
like,
father.
I don't need you to cover my bill. The principle is that you cursed and I have a son. I was sitting here crying, whatever, and she started calling me a bitch. That's when I got up. I was like, what did I do to you? I didn't even treat you bad. Like, oh, you gave me a nasty look. And then she started like acting like she's taking all the stuff out of her pocket to fight me.
And she was inside or outside?
Outside. I was outside with her. And then I came back inside and she was there. She put the baby and the stuff, continued cursing, whatever. And then she brandished her gun like this way as if she's going to do something to me. I felt like that was a threat. I'm sorry.
What did it look like?
Like a limeish color, lilac holster.
Like a green, blue, yellow, purple?
Greenish.
Okay.
Greenish blue.
Are you willing to write her insane?
Absolutely.
You guys want to pursue charges?
Absolutely.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you have your ID with you?
Yeah.
I just came here to have lunch with my kids. We've been coming here for years, dude. I've spent thousands.
Our next question. Have you guys been here before? Like, do they know
We've
who
spent
you are?
thousands here. This is a family
parents,
place.
I'm Portuguese. My parents are from Portugal. They
We
come
had our
here
son's first birthday
once a week
here.
when they lived here, and they know them very well. So that's part where
Yeah,
I'm a
we
little
know.
confused.
We found out that your dad's a piece of shit. And we see where you get it from. So yeah, this is all making sense. We appreciate you for your honesty.
And he said the last time my dad was here,
Appreciate you for your honesty, bro.
They're taking it out against us.
and then now
Your
that's
parents.
basically, I feel
We
like
know that.
what my dad did or whatever is being taken out on us now. Dude, this is crazy.
So
bro.
you know
I've
your
never-
dad's a dick.
I've never done anything to her for her to talk to me like that.
You have your ID with you too?
Can I like move in the shade a little bit? I'm like standing right in the sun, and I just want to see my newborn.
You're a criminal. We don't care about your
No, sir.
comfort.
Are there any other weapons in the car?
The only one that you just took. That's
Okay. So where did the firearm come into play?
So when we buckle in our kids, or if their kids aren't buckled in, it's in the center console. So we like to take it out or either put it on one of our hips. So just in case he doesn't fumble around and get in there, because we were going to smoke a cigarette before we got into the car.
Okay. So it wasn't with you guys when you were inside?
No, we don't bring it inside.
So what was the exact reasons for taking
So
the
what
gun out of the car then?
That's bullshit. What is the point of you having a gun on you if you're going to go outside and go inside of establishments without bringing the gun? You might as well leave the motherfucker at home. So you got out and went inside of an establishment with your kids with your firearm in the car? That's fucking stupid. What if some crazy motherfucker came in there and tried to snatch one of your kids up and do something to you, and it's a life or death situation, and that nigga got the gun, and you could have had the up and protected not only yourself but your family, but you left it in the car? That's stupid. Doesn't even make no sense. Either you're a fucking grade A moron, or you're lying.
Because my 4-year-old is sitting in the car right now by himself, and
Grade
he wasn't
A, nigga.
buckled.
Grade A.
And sometimes he likes to crawl in the front seat and kind of go through stuff. So anytime we're smoking a cigarette before we leave somewhere, either me or my husband, if he's with me, take the gun out of the car and strap it to our hip, because we can't just leave it laying somewhere. So we strap it so it's on us, and then when we get in the car, we put it back to where it belongs, and then we go home.
Before that point, like before the whole putting the kids in the car, you guys didn't already smoke a cigarette?
Oh, he did. He was outside smoking a cigarette. I had come outside to smoke a cigarette before we had gotten the kids in the car, but then she had started screaming at me and the whole altercation happened. So I didn't even get to. So then...
Son, if the altercation happened, right, as you explained, so you guys just argue with them, you intended to then go and smoke a cigarette in front of business?
No, I was putting my kids in the car. So as my husband's trying to buckle in my kids and we were getting ready to leave, I had a cigarette in my hand because I was stressed out. So I was like, all right, I'm going to just smoke a cigarette before we get in the car and go.
Okay. But what I'm saying is, okay, you just had an altercation with them inside. Okay, so you guys were leaving.
Yes.
He already came out to smoke a cigarette.
Correct.
Right?
I should have just left. You're right. I should have stayed and smoked a cigarette.
You're saying that you were then going to, after putting the kids in the car, then stand in front of the business of what you just argued with both owners in front of, and then smoke a cigarette in front of business?
I didn't think that 2 seconds.
We were back here.
Yeah,
I'm talking to her right now.
I was here in the parking lot. I didn't.
I'm not saying I'm not saying where you're
issue.
standing, but I'm saying that you just had an altercation with someone. You guys are trying to separate, and then you're going to stand in front of the business for the extent of smoking a cigarette.
I only took a couple of drags off of the cigarette. I didn't think it was going to cause such an issue. Because we were
It's
leaving
not. I'm not
peacefully.
saying it's about how much you actually smoke.
It's just in general.
I'm saying that you had an argument, and then after the
I get
immediately
it.
after the argument, you're going to smoke.
I get it. I should have just left. I have really bad anxiety, so I needed a cigarette, so I took a couple. I should have just left. You're right.
So what about them saying that you guys were like you and the wife were trying to fight?
No, we didn't even get near each other. We got into a screaming match.
Okay.
I was far away from her.
They said you're taking
Way.
stuff out of your pockets to fight.
No, I gave my phone to my husband to go get my kids.
Where are the kids at?
Inside.
Peapod, the nigga asked her, so you didn't take anything out of your pocket to get ready to fight? No, I gave my phone to my husband so we could take care of the kids. You're lying. See how she got a comeback for everything? Oh my God.
I get that you want to jump in. He's just
not
giving
good
a
at it.
statement for right now. If you got something to add, you can talk to him after.
Yeah.
Honey, can you check on the kids? Your mommy's like scared.
Sorry, I'm gonna call Kenny right now.
I didn't do anything wrong. I'm so. Why she even called the cops? Like we didn't even get near each other.
Okay. Just for the time being, just because a lot of people had to leave. You're not under arrest right now. I'm trying to sit in the back so I can do what I need to do.
I'm going to jail.
I still need to figure out exactly what occurred in the statute, but
How you
I'm
know
not
you
sitting in
going
the
to
back
jail?
now. You're detained at this
Guilty.
time, but I need you to sit back there while I do what I need to do.
I'm going to jail.
How will you go to jail if you didn't do that?
Do you have anything else in your pockets at all just right now?
Am I going to jail?
What's in your back pocket?
That's he took the holster out.
No, your back pocket.
Could be a lighter.
I'm just gonna take the cigarettes out. Okay.
Am I going to jail?
Like I said, right now you're detained. What's in this back right pocket?
It's a lighter.
Can you pull it out for me?
Yeah. I'm going to jail, dude.
I didn't say. I said right now you're just detained.
Getting in the
Okay.
back.
Just sit back here for now. It's like I said.
I have a newborn. I can't go to jail. I didn't do anything. Can you take my glasses off of my face? I feel claustrophobic. And is the AC on?
I can roll the windows down and get you some air. It's just like I said. I'll see everyone's leaving, right? So that's why you're sitting back here right now. Okay. Alrighty.
Who do you want?
Well, I have four people.
He keeps looking at me. I'm gonna f you up.
Can I see that? You have a
I
recorder?
didn't get it on video yet.
Yeah, we all saw it.
That's fine. I just forget to lie. I'll document this too.
Yeah, he keeps saying I'm.
You had a question before I walk inside?
Yeah, I'm just so confused because of the fact that they started that whole situation, and we're in this position right now because they started it.
Yeah. I mean, either way, just first and foremost, this is going to be a written trespass form. You're not trespassing from the business. You come back anytime from this point forward. Then it's
Don't
to
worry,
arrest.
I won't be here
This is
ever
your
again.
copy. So at this point, she is going to go to jail.
What? For
Okay.
what?
For improper display of a firearm.
She never displayed it though.
Well, it's how they perceived it. They saw the firearm. They were able to describe the firearm. So it was out at some point enough for them to be able to.
But it was in a holster. Well, no. No, because the bitch said they left it in the car. So if you left it in the car, they wouldn't be able to get a description of the gun. Yeah, the holster, but they gave a description of the gun. So yeah, you lied. You brought it in there and did your little 1-2.
Vividly describe exactly what color and what it looked like. Okay.
Yeah, because her shirt was up. It came
If you
up.
guys were just in an argument with someone, then there should have been no reason to even touch a firearm or any manipulate it in any way, shape, or form
Oh, so
because of
I should
perception.
just leave it with my 4-year-old inside then?
Well, you guys should have gotten in the car and left. Respectfully, that's what should have been happened.
Okay.
Either way, that's just how it is right now. They saw a firearm, they felt threatened by the sight of the firearm and the way it was displayed.
Well, she was threatening us. We can't fear for our lives because she was trying to beat up
So are
my
you
wife.
saying that she showed the gun because she was in fear?
Yeah.
So you're saying she intends to show the gun?
You stupid motherfucker. We can't fear for our lives.
For our lives because she was trying to beat up
So
my
are you
wife.
saying that she showed the gun because she was in fear?
Yeah.
So now you're going to tell the truth. So let me ask you something. Let's break this down a little bit because we're about to get out of here soon. We finna wrap this video up. So if your wife is going to jail, right, after you guys lied about not flashing a gun, what in the fuck would make you think that telling the truth would get her out of the handcuffs? Do you think that now owning up to the buffoonery will get you out of the ride to jail? Your wife is going. She's going. I ain't trying to call her a thought or nothing. I'm not saying that. I mean, shit, the shoe fits, but she's going to jail, bro. Like, that don't even make no sense. Shut the fuck up and take the kids home.
So you're saying she intentionally showed the gun?
No, she didn't intentionally show the gun.
Okay, so she didn't show the gun.
But you just said she did.
No. It was the only reason why it came out is because our kids were in the car.
But that should have been an issue if you guys just got in the car and left.
I get it, but for the hostile situation, she has anxiety, right?
Yeah.
She's depressed.
So if she has anxiety, she should have left immediately, not lingered around.
But you just said that y'all brought it out of the car for the 4-year-old. So what is it? Did you bring it outside so that the 4-year-old didn't have access to the firearm in the vehicle? Or did she bring it outside because y'all just got into an argument in a little word tussle, a little verbal squabble? Then all of a sudden she goes outside and comes back with a gun because she has anxiety? That doesn't seem... If me and you get into it, woo, 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 and we get into our verbal squabble, nigga, you leave and come back with a gun, what the fuck am I supposed to think?
I'm trying to smoke another cigarette or anything.
We weren't lingering. We were putting the kids in the car.
Yeah, you should.
Either way, that's what's gonna happen. It's just a misdemeanor offense and not a felony. But she should be able to get booked and then be able to call you and figure out bonding and all that. All right.
Oh my God, dude, you guys are ridiculous, bro. I just called Kenny Commander, and he's like, dude, that's...
So is you and your wife.
Fine. Either way, him being a commander has nothing to do, you knowing him has nothing to do with this place and time. I wish my investigation, she committed a crime. All right, and she's going to jail for that crime. All right?
You guys are...
All right.
Shut up, nigga. You can't fight. And your wife's a weirdo.